Good morning, everybody. I am Brandon Gordon Gab of GabGames.com, and this is PlayStation City Skylines. So, had a topic to talk about. It's a hot topic. Um, I'll let this lady go on her rant, and then I'll pick up. I'll read my response, and I guess elaborate. Hopefully, so I could go on my rant, I guess. Let's see.
And that's because
Wait. Let's start
a
over.
lot of women are complaining that the dating market has changed. And that's because in yesteryear, a lot of men were dating. They had to fall at a woman's feet. They had to prioritize her. They had to do all these things to jump through hoops to try to prove themselves that they were worthy enough. That's no longer the case. Men are now realizing their value, what they bring to the situation, how valuable and important they are themselves. It is now a vetting process for the woman because women have proved themselves to be liability. Dating absolutely has changed because the women have changed.
Okay. I agree with her. Dating has changed because the woman has changed. Let's talk about the change. The change has been financially. The woman has changed financially. They hold more jobs. They hold more positions of power. Women have been on some level up from women shit. They have changed. Now, we as men are waiting on that eye-opening moment, that awakening moment, where women realize, yes, you work. You don't have to survive on a man to feed you, to house you, to clothe you. You can do this. You as a woman can do this yourself. Men been had to do that. That's why she say men are, their value. They're realizing their value. I kind of disagree with that statement because we've been knew our value. That's why women used to have to stay high. Because we knew our value and we knew what we wanted because you didn't bring nothing but hotness. Women had to stay hot. If you wanted a man to give you his money, if you wanted a man to marry you, take care of you, you had to stay hot. That's why the more money a woman makes, the less hotter she gets sometimes, as far as the overall. The overall of women. Overall, as society, we did all get fatter a bit. Because I look at some guys my age and I'm like, you just don't try, do you, bro? You don't try to keep it together. To be honest. Like, maybe I'm exercising too much. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I need to go eat a burger. But, there is reason for that. And I'll get to that in a moment. But, women used to need to be hot to get them a man with money, or a good man at least, that'll take care of them. Like, I'm hot enough. They had to, I'm making money movement. I don't have to stick to these standards in order to be a valued woman, because I bring value to the workplace. It's always the workplace, bitches. I bring more value than just being hot. And they started to fall off. But it comes to necessity. Women aren't dating out of survival, which is good. It's good all around. Just a lot of women don't realize it. Or they realize it, but they still don't see the big picture, which is the awakening I'm talking about. Once a woman started making money. Okay, let me read my response to that first before I get any deeper.
A lot of women are complaining that the dating market has
shut up!
changed.
I'm talking. Thank you, boo. Like, are you lucky I'm on video? My response: women needed men to support them, so it was easier to date. They needed a man for survival. Now they work. They don't need you. It only becomes apparent when women don't need you to feed them. But mentally, they don't have it all together yet, because they still want all your money and not a partnership. When they realize they need men because it's nature and nothing more, it'll get better But when you don't need a man to survive, but still live in that survival state mentally, a man need XYZ, you will never be happy. The words, I don't need a man for shit, leave you, women, without. Because when the majority of women can kick rocks, men know that women have at least one value, though, that never changed. Put cat, because it's, something censorship, but pussy. So you never hear a man say he don't need a woman for shit unless he's gay. Because at the very least, here is what we need. It's a necessity. So we deal with the give me women, the crazy, the emotional, etc. Because you have something we need. Either play ball or miss out on the basic necessity. So, like I said, some women were dating out of survival. I need a man to place me in a home. I need a man to take care of me. I need. So women used to deal with getting beat the fuck up, which they shouldn't have had to deal with. But they dealt with that because they needed it. We see it in old TV shows all the time. That's how comedy used to be. If I come home from work, shut up, bitch. Where the fuck is dinner? Bow, backhand. Oh. Like he hit you? He's just stressed from work. I didn't have on favorite lingerie and dinner on the table. I deserved it. Because they needed a place to stay. They needed somebody to take care of them. You deal with a lot out of necessity. This is what I mean by most women can kick rocks. Because women don't know what a man deal with out of necessity. We need to deal with that shit. Because pussy is a necessity. Pussy is a necessity of life. It's literally a necessity. There's two ingredients. There's three ingredients. Pussy, dick, and sex. Or cream pies. We're going to call it cream pies, not necessarily sex. Pussy, dick, and cream pies is a necessity of life. You can't have life without pussy, dick, and cream pies. It's just a necessity. It's literally the basics of life. Pussy, dick, and cream pies. make a song called Pussy, Dick, and Cream Pies. Anyway, it's a necessity. Just end of the day, a plain necessity. So when women say, I don't need a man for shit, they're denying themselves basic necessities. Usually these are the angry women, the bitter women, the broke bitches. I ain't gonna say broke. They got a little bit of money, but they're angry, they're bitter, borderline lesbian. They choose to be lesbian when they want, it's convenient. But you're still angry because you ain't getting no dick. That's why most lesbians in the feminist movement are angry. You can have a fake dick, but again, they say, the essence of what sex is. The skin to skin contact, all of that, like a man leaves part of himself when he's in you and all of this shit. Like, this is shit you can't get with a toy. All the hormonal shit that you need as a woman and all of this shit. You can't get that shit with plastic. It's part of your body composition to need that shit. But that's science I'm not willing to jump into because I'm no scientist. Something of a scientist. I ain't no scientist. But it's a necessity. Now, women have to understand that needing men is a necessity. No matter how much money you got, no matter what, you got to play ball. You got to play ball or play with some balls. Either way, it's required. Playing and balls go together. You can't play the game if you ain't playing with no balls. It's a necessity. It's just a necessity. So financially, you don't need a man for shit. But every time a woman tells herself she don't need a man for shit, she's killing off her drive to get a necessity. It's just necessary, girl. And she's like, men just realizing the value. I disagree, but I can agree. Now, I disagree on men just realizing their value because, again, men had to have some type of value to get a hot one when women used to keep themselves hot. If you didn't have enough, you can't get a hot one. Then you got to deal with the one that's not so hot. You got to deal with one of the oblongs versus one of the girls from the valley. Body's a little different, shaped a little different. Because the girls from the valley, they know, at the very least, being cookie cutter, at this very least, gets me this. So it's like, that's why I like hooping. Or I stay fit at this point. Because staying fit gives me access to this type of woman at the very least. I don't have to be in the NBA. NBA money gets me, it elevates me here. But as long as I stay fit, it gives me access to fit women. If I don't stay fit, in order for me to get a fit woman, I have to be in a certain financial bracket. But just being fit get me access to fit women. It gets me access, at the very least, to those fit women who's married to non-fit men because they want a fit man. At the very, because as men, we make sure we have our necessities. That's why we'll fuck a fat chick. Maybe even marry a fat chick. Because pussy is a necessity of life. Like, oh, that bitch ugly. Yeah, but I bet they're fucking every night, though. That's why when you deny your man sex, he cheats. They're like, sex shouldn't be so important in a relationship. Bitch, it's the only reason I'm in a relationship. But to go back to men just realizing their value, they're just realizing their value to women. Now, women, if a man is just realizing his value to women, are you making sure that his value is worth it? Because if a man don't feel like he has value to you, why would he even consider catering to you? He has no value to you. So why the fuck is he even trying to shop something to you? He's not trying to shop himself to you if he has no value to you. He's trying to get the best bang for his buck. So now that men are just realizing that they're more than a pocketbook, what are we going to come to the realization of? It's like I said, personally to me, a lot of women ain't shit. They could kick rocks. To be honest, to be like value of women, a lot of women can kick rocks. And this is a guy that's waking up to be like, value. What is shit worth? Like, is pussy worth that? There's a lot of women that's like, they got men like, pussy ain't worth that. So relationships and dating gets harder for everybody. It's not just for women. It's for men too. Talking about a man used to have to do this. No, I don't got to do that no more. Because the value of women declined. You know? Just like the value of men declined. He wanted us more in tune with ourselves and emotions. And the last thing you want sometimes is a man in tune with himself and his emotion. Because, again, are you worth what you think you're worth? And they're like, oh shit, he's thinking. Fuck, he's become sentient. Fuck. It's Skynet all over again. Because, again, hot wife giving me pussy on a daily was the goal. But no, you bitches work now. Excuse my language, ladies. It's just, for colorful language. It's just colorful language. Not all women are bitches, and not all bitches are women. Not all bitches are women. But, just saying, like, bitch, you work now. So our values have changed. You don't need my money. I don't need to win you over with money. Now that you have money and you like, men were shallow because men only wanted to date hot women. women with a certain body figure. But like, you don't need money. So what do you need my money for to begin with? What value do I have to you outside of money now that you have money? Now that I don't need you to be the level-headed one, and you're not just the one with the heart. Men have no heart. I got heart now, bitch. I 10 man this shit. I got me a heart and a brain along with a hot body. What value do you have? You got body, heart, and fucking money. You know what I mean? Like the awakening. What is value? Right now, the only thing that should be valued is, since everybody's getting on the same page, everybody's trying to get hot again, everybody's trying to make money again, or at least enough money. Everybody's trying to use their brains and think this shit through. What is the new measuring stick for a good spouse? Because it's not just men and women. It's not just men, it's not just women. Because I want to be fair. Because some men ain't worth shit. I want to be fair. Some men ain't worth shit. So, to be fair, what is your measuring stick? If you're both working, you're both trying to stay hot, and you both contribute, like, there shouldn't be a problem. But there is. There's a problem. Dating is just hard because nobody knows what they're dating for. Because nobody wants to admit what they're dating for. First and foremost, we're dating so that we don't have to go look for sex and love and affection elsewhere. And that all depends on age fucking range. And lifestyle. Because there's, some men that only date for sex. There's some women that only date for sex. Because they don't need nothing else from nobody. They feel they got it all. But you got to go out there and get fucked by a stranger every night because you don't. Because it's a necessity. You understand? So when are you going to understand value? Now, I don't need a man for shit. But you out here buying new vibrators and sex toys because the one you got ain't fulfilling you enough. Now, maybe I need a new one. But it's not busting the nut that you need. It's the bond of, and I was thinking that when I was fucking my girl the other day. I'm like, she likes when I'm on top of her. I like when she's on top of me. We both like it when I'm in her and she's on me. But it's something about that, like, she prefer to hold me in close. She just don't want me to bang her shit out. And I get it. It's a different feeling. The feeling of intimacy, of being one with each other. The closeness, the skin-to-skin contact. That shit. And I get it. That's why I'm not against it. It's the, when you're like that, that's what people need. It's the necessity. It's part of the necessity of life. Not just creating life, but feeling fulfilled, close, and one with someone. Like, even if two lesbians fucking each other, one with a strap on, all up in her shit. Like, you don't feel the wetness of a pussy. You don't feel the tightness of a pussy. You don't feel her pussy walls gripping your dick. Just like her getting fucked by a dildo. She don't feel your heartbeat through your dick. You know? Like, women describe, women be describing the feeling of having sex with a real man. It's just a certain feeling that dick gives you inside you that you can't fake. It's just like, I could beat my dick all day. I could put lotion on that bitch. I could put baby oil on that bitch. It's not gonna feel like a pussy. Trust me, I'm a guy that masturbates a lot because I don't want no more kids right now. I be shooting dust like, oh! Because I don't want no more kids. Not at the moment. If it happens, it happens. But I don't want no more at the moment. So I beat my dick, I do all I can. She don't want to get on birth control. She's somebody that's gonna make her fat. Now having a baby will make you fat. What the fuck you talking about? Her body, her choice. I can only choose to be up in that if she let me. Because it's a necessity of life. So value, again, that's why a lot of women, like all the ones that's angry, men ain't shit. They always repeat the same phrase. I don't need a man for shit. Putting a spell on themselves because words have weapons. That's why I tell my girl, like, sometimes she get insecure and she like, are you cheating on me and stuff? I'm like, look, don't you put that negativity on me, Ricky Bobby. Because words are weapons. Words have power. I ain't never cheated on a woman who haven't over and over and over accused me of cheating. So I'm good with one. Making some money. I get to come home to my woman or spend time with my woman. Get me some pussy. Bills are paid, roof over my head, and I eat. Closest thing to heaven on earth. No. So I don't need anything else. Fancy home, the fancy cars, or whatever. All that shit is luxury. Roof over your head, bills paid, and somebody that you love and love. I don't need nothing else. That you love and they love you. I don't need nothing else. But throwing certain mindsets and negativity affects the mind. It affects the mind. So the phrase, I don't need a person for shit, because it's men too that's like that. They stuck in feminine ways too. I think it's feminine ways, but they stuck in the way. I don't need a woman for shit. I don't need a man for shit. Women, I don't need a man for shit. That's why you don't get nothing from them. You put a curse on yourself. You put a spell on yourself. You don't need them for nothing, so you don't get nothing. You can't be honest about your own needs. But when you need that new Gucci bag, you go save up. You go work your ass off and save up to get that Gucci bag because you need a Gucci bag. So if you need a man, eventually you're going to do what you got to get you a man. But as long as you don't need a man, you will never get a man. Because you go get what you need. Because it's a necessity. On time you don't need you a man, it's when you got one. So it should go from I don't need a man, I need my man. I got my man. I got my man. I got my woman. I don't need you hoes, I got my woman. Like I said, growing up, the only phrase I ever learned was, sorry, skanks, I got a girlfriend. Now, I ain't never really not had a girlfriend without choice, without me not wanting a girlfriend. Because the only phrase I know is, sorry, skanks, I got a girlfriend. So I don't fuck with skanks. And I always got a girlfriend. You know? But again, I'm not perfect. I have cheated before. But that's only when a woman keep telling me I'm cheating. I know you cheating. You cheating. I know you cheating. I'm not cheating, boo. You're the only bitch I need. And right now, I'm debating how much I want to deal with the bitchiness. So I don't need a bitch. I need a woman. You cheating. I know you cheating. You cheat. Putting that energy into the world, into your relationship. It's what you know. Eventually what you know, whether it's in your head or not, may become reality. It's called manifestation. You manifested that. Because you know. It's just what you know. Manifested that. So, the more you say, I know you cheating, the more bitches just be appearing up like, hey, you want to cheat? Matter of fact, next time I might date me a woman that just know a man cheating. All the pussy appear. Cause she keep manifesting these bitches. That's called a pro gamer move, fellas. That's why it'd be like in a relationship, as soon as I get in a relationship, women start popping up out the woodwork. Cause she know you cheating. Manifestation. She manifests these bitches for you. You're your best wingman and you don't even know it. You his best wingman and you don't even know it. Like, I know you fucking that bitch. Like, what bitch? Bitch down the hall. The 3C. See the way she be looking at you? Like, what? What you talking about? Because you honestly ain't never paid no attention to this bitch. But now that you pay attention, you're like, damn. I think she do want to fuck me. Good looking out, boo. What you talking about? If you didn't pass me this hoe, you didn't give me the assist, I would never know. You the one that threw the lob. Threw that lob like we was LeBron and D Wade. I need my boo. Matter of fact, I need my boo to text me right now. Fuck she at? 10:30. Something off. Usually she up by 10. I can expect to text no later than 10. But that just becomes what I'm used to. You know? That's why I'm like, I'm quick to be like, I'm insecure, boo. Feeling insecure today. I'll never accuse her. Just, I'm feeling insecure. Can you help me? Because it be mindset. You know? Just, shit, I feel insecure. Like, why you feel insecure? Been done wrong before. So I feel insecure. You know, I was thinking about a past relationship. Past relationship came across my mind because I was triggered by a post. I was triggered by a post and it made me think of this bitch that did me dirty. Can you help me feel secure? Like, I love you, boo. I only want to suck your dick for the rest of your life. Thank you. I needed to hear that. Same thing if she like, I'm feeling insecure. Nothing to feel insecure about, boo. You hot. You're loved by me. And if you want, you could be like, hey, you, eat this pussy now. And I'll be happy to oblige. You winning in life. You work. You still hot. You know, and your man will do whatever you want. Like, you know, I had to tell her about that shit yesterday a little bit. She like, my friends, they be saying shit like, well, let me see what it was. You know, I'm like, what's wrong? You know, she's like, I'm feeling emotion. This is what I mean by good communication, though. Like, thinking of you, like, I don't feel good. Like, what's wrong? I bet you didn't eat today. Like, I don't know, I'm emotional. Like, eat a banana or chocolate, sounds like period. It's like, no, I already got my period. I'm like, when? About a month ago? She's like, no, 2 weeks ago. Like, no, that was me going deep because she went to the hospital. She didn't have her period. Got a little bit deeper than she used to. And I told her, I still got a little bit more than you used to. So you need to let me hurry up and put your legs behind your head already. Beat that pussy up. I didn't say all of that. But no, that was me going deep when you went to the hospital. But I hope you feel better. Come let me rub your tummy. But no, I just got too many things happening and people telling me stuff. But I'm okay. Now you see where she's getting her emotions from. Her emotions at this point aren't even her emotion. It's people telling her stuff. Like, what are they telling you now? Told you people are a problem, but no, you gotta talk and gossip. You know? 1 year between us. Because I told her, I want to date her for a year. Nobody business. Because people like to throw their relationship problems and their insecurities and shit onto the next person's relationship. Like, what if we don't make it? Like, exactly. Thumbs up. But it should be on us. Not because someone said something. Because haters come in all forms. You be happy till it be like they said. Because the stuff that be telling me true, like they be right, but then it's like, what do I do? Like, they don't know me for it to be true. That's like my brothers calling you out your name and don't know you. But it's okay. I work and go home. I only talk to 2 people, and you are one. So I can't be all they say. But it's okay. The only thing I can do is love you, not cheat, and treat you right. She's like, yeah, I guess, whatever. I'll be okay. We will. You're not alone. We are a team. I'm home, boo, because I was on my way home at that time. You know, those texts spanned from like a couple hours because we both were at work. You know, how was work? It was long but short. You know, good, all this stuff. You know, and then we got into our like saying good nights for the night. She's like, I don't feel good. What's wrong? I bet you didn't eat. She didn't say she ate. She's like, I don't know, but I'm emotional. So you didn't eat. You were a little weak. You at work. She worked like 3 jobs. You know, I'm like, I want to move her in just so she ain't got to work so much. You know, like, I bet you didn't eat. She didn't say she ate. To be like, how well do I know her? Just got too many things happening and people telling me stuff. But I'm okay. No, that's what happened when people tell you stuff. That's why I told you. Between me and you, if we fuck it up, just let it be one of us fucking it up. Not somebody else putting some bullshit in your ear. Cause I don't talk to enough people. You know? Like, even when I had my group of fellas, like, I know women probably think that men like when you have a good group of guys as a guy, you know, that support group be like, we it's not like we telling each other to go cheat and shit. Be like, man, tell you what this bitch did. Sometimes we be like, I don't want to hear that shit today. But we let each other vent. We don't just, you know, deny it as bullshit or like we don't want to hear that shit. We not gonna say shit. Go ahead and vent, bro. Because you can't vent to that bitch. We know you can't vent to that bitch. That's why you over here venting to us. Go ahead. And if you got a good group of friends, motherfucker be like, look at it this way. You know, try to look at it from her point of view. And if it's something that we all just can't comprehend, like, well, bitches be tripping. You got to decide, do you want to deal with that shit, or you going to deal with that shit for some pussy or not? That's men for you. No exaggeration, no bullshit. It's not like we out here, oh man, fuck that bitch, go find the next bitch. Are you willing to deal with that shit for some pussy or not? And that's men. It's not like we out here, you bitches ain't shit, and bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks and shit. We do say that sometimes. Like, bitches ain't shit. Because we all deal with the bullshit. Sometimes, bitches ain't shit. Ain't no way around it. It's not always us, ladies. Sometimes bitches ain't shit. But no, what you gonna do about it? You got two choices: either deal with this bitch, not deal with this bitch. That it ain't nothing more or less to life. Are you gonna deal with it or not, motherfucker? If so, shut the fuck up. But like I said, man, men be needing to vent. We vent to each other. We give each other the best advice we can. It's not always cheat on that bitch. Only if it's not making sense. Like, hold up, break it down again. You say she say he's just a friend. Tell me something, bro. Tell me. You know? Hey, help me understand. This shit not making sense. But then again, I could be wrong. That's why men always grain of salt. Could be wrong. I could be wrong because, I fucked all my friends. Keep bitches around. Say they friends just because. No. Like my girl, she like, can I have male friends? She like, how would you feel if I had male friends? Like, right now I'm not against it. I think it's healthy. Having male friends aren't the issue. That's not the issue. Oh man. It's healthy. I believe it's healthy. But I'm like, having male friends is not the issue. It's only an issue if you going around telling everybody we're friends. Because if I'm just a friend and we over here fucking, then it's a problem because I can't trust you. You fuck your friends. You fuck your friends. Why would I trust you? That's the reason why. That's why I tell her I keep a clear separation. Here's who I'm fucking. Here are my friends. I don't fuck my friends. If I fuck a friend, that because some emotion is developed somewhere, and by the time you better be ready to marry me. Because if we gonna go that route, you better be ready to marry me because I don't fuck my friends. Because I'm gonna lose a friend. No, it don't work out. I don't just lose some bitch I'm fucking. I lose a little bit more. No, I lose a lot more. Not just losing some bitch I'm fucking. So I keep a clear separation. You better be ready to marry me. Because that's a big jump. I don't fuck friends. And no, that's just my friend. I don't just casually fuck friends. That's why a lot of y'all can't have good relationships. Y'all can't have friends in y'all relationships. Because y'all, that's just my friend. He he. That's just my friend. And now y'all can't have friends. Because y'all fuck friends. I don't fuck friends. Clear separation. Uh, Clear separation. Not fuck friends. No, that's my woman. That's who's catching my nut. That's who I'm fucking. There ain't no friendship. There ain't no friendship there. I want you to know that. Difference between my woman and my friends. Which is why I'm like, friends, I don't mind friends. But you gotta have that clear separation. Some people don't have that clear separation. I do not fuck friends. Bending this bitch over. Bending this bitch over. This bitch ain't getting a dick. This bitch ain't getting a dick. I need the clear separation. Because no, what I do with you is not what I do with my lady friend. You have no fear of any lady friend outside of one that's maybe emotionally invested. That's like, if you hurt him, I'll kill you. But that's just because she don't want nobody to hurt her friend. It's not because we fucking. I don't fuck friends. Make it clear. You don't have to worry about none of my lady friends. Because I don't fuck friends. It's a lot of guys and women. Like, oh, that's just my friend. That's why you can't have no friends. I was just a friend, bitch. Fuck, you gonna come over here talking about just a friend. I was just a friend. Take that shit somewhere else. Bring that shit here. That's why you can't have no friends. I was just a friend. Fuck no. Fuck out of here. Just a friend. But, you know, what do I know? Just a friend. Bitch. I show you just a friend. Just a friend. What the fuck? Wish I would let a woman introduce me as just a friend. Bitch, how you want money from me? How you want me to crack your back? And I'm just a friend? Girl, put my mouth on your ass. I'm just saying, just to be like a little extra. No? I don't like to talk about what she did. We talk about what I did. Said some guys a little, they don't get it. They just don't get it. Alright? You don't gotta throw her under the bus. You jump under the bus yourself. Hell no. Just a friend. Just a friend. The fuck? When I was tongue fucking your clit. So I'm fucking your pussy. Like, ah, 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 ah. You calling me just a friend then? I'm doing that shit as a friend. Doing that as your man that want to keep you. I'm just a friend. That shit because I want to keep you. Not because we're friends. The fuck? That's what you do with your friends? Hell no, you can't have no friends. Matter of fact, you for the streets. Get out of here. Fuck out of here. For the fucking streets. For the streets ass bitch. Cause this the type of shit you doing with your friends. I can't stand him. No, you can't stand me. I'll tell you the truth. I thought you said you and her were just friends. Like we are, boo. Then why did she ask me if I like that thing you do with your tongue? How the fuck does she know? Damn, she brought that up. Yes, she brought that up. She wasn't supposed to say shit. But I said I don't fuck friends. It gotta be some I don't know how you became that to me, but just to be like fucking friends all willy nilly. Do that shit. Talking about I can't have no female friends. I can't have no male friends. What I look like? Fucking these bitches. I expect my girl to be okay with it. Oh, that's just my friend. What? Look like an asshole. Now you think I'm boo boo the fool? So, gotta learn, man. It's just my friend. Just your friend. It's crazy. Just a friend. Say, I wish we would do some of the freakiest shit ever in our lives. And you say, I'm just a friend. What? I was just Tom fucking your pussy. Talking about we just friends. It's all up in that shit. Sitting on my face, girl. Just friends. Fucking drunk. Fuck you are, you fucking drunk. Drunk ass bitch. Just a friend. No. Some motherfucker that wanna have that cake and eat it too. Fuck no. Not on my watch. Cock block from now on. Just a friend. Now I'm stuck on that phrase. Motherfuckers be tripping. Huh? He's in a broken loop. God damn it. I hate it when people break my stuff. Hell nah, I don't play that friend shit. Play that friend shit at all. But again, that's how, you know, if you want to know for real, oh, hell nah. I told her I'd rather you introduce me to your friends if we not telling each other we together officially. I'd rather you tell a motherfucker I'm your boo in training. Oh, this Brandon, this my boo in training. He get it right. He'll be my boo. Don't introduce me as your friend. Because if you gonna lie to the people closest to you, I know you gonna lie to me. Because everybody ain't got to know we together. Like, so how's training going? Is he a good boy? Rather than ask that, you keep asking if I'm a good boy. You know, question if I'm a good boy, if I'm a good boy or not. Now you talking about that's just my friend, and wonder why your friends want to fuck me. Cause you ain't got no claim on me. Like, oh, nope, this my boo in training. Don't touch. I ain't got time to be fighting off your friends. Then they gonna be like, he gay. Like, what you mean? I was trying to give him some pussy and he wouldn't take it. Now I'm gay because we got a secret relationship. Rather be like, this is my boo in training. Don't touch. Don't you look and don't you touch. No, you ain't got to lie to them. Because if I watch you lie to your friends and your family for so long, I'm just condoning the lying. Shit, I didn't want these there. There's no other place to put them, though. Could put them over there. That takes up so much space. Rather be a boo in training. Fuck no. Don't watch you lie to your friends and your family. Like, my girl would never lie to me. That's what I mean about living in the land of fucking delusion. My girl would never lie to me. Nigga, that's all she been doing is lying. You watch her lie to her mama. You watch her lie to her daddy. Bitch lying to her mama, her daddy, sisters, her aunties. But nah, she ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The fuck? Man. Wanted it to come from that way. She ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You right. You absolutely right. Fuck. In imagination land, that might be true. Ah, that's the only way is for it to come that way. Maybe not. Fucking delusional land. Yes. Land of fucking delusion. She lied to her mama. She lied to her daddy. She lied to her best friends. All in the efforts of getting some dick. But she ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Just watch her lie to everybody else. For some dick. But she ain't gonna lie to you. But she just did all that lying for some dick. You the only person she can't lie to. She lied to the people that gave her birth. She lied to her friends that know her most. She tell them everything. She told them about the first time she let somebody nut in her mouth. Told them the first time she sucked some dick. But she ain't gonna lie to you. Okay. That's crazy. She probably had one of their coochies in her mouth. Somebody somewhere. I believe most women are lesbian. Not lesbian, but I believe most women had a gay experience before. They don't had a coochie in their mouth or put a coochie in somebody's mouth. That's if you ask me. Nah, you different. Never lie to you. That's why you don't build relationships on lies. Nope. Call me your boo in training. Let's not start lying to people. I'm your boo in training. Still got on my training wheels. So everybody step back. Let you work your magic. All right, stake your claim. This is you gotta pull that Lois. This is mine. This is where my babies come from. They started building fast too. They started building fast too. All right, claim that dick. Claim that dick. Claim that dick. All I'm saying is claim the dick, boo. I ain't said nothing wrong. Said claim that dick. All that lying shit. No, I told her though. No, you ain't never introduced me as your friend. You know, technically we ain't been introduced to nobody. But I know when she talk about me, she be like my man. Just by the way the bitches behave. Or the conversations they be having when she start feeling insecure. Because it'd be, you sure you could trust him? You sure you could trust a man? No, men be. So she talk about me as her man. You know? It's nothing more than being her man. Right, my man. My man, my man, my man. I love me a woman that's a my man ass chick. I love that. My man ass chick. Just by the way they act. Or the shit they probably telling her. This bitch can't hate on somebody that she don't feel she gotta hate on. So like my friends be thinking that you be controlling. Like what? Why? Why would they say that? She's like, because when I don't want to go out with them, I be telling them like, my man said I can't go. So now all of a sudden I'm controlling because she don't want to go out with him, but she don't want to tell them she don't want to go out with him. So I'm controlling now because she like my man said, my man, my man, my man, love me or my man, shit. Bitches don't even be knowing, but this is how much people be hating. People will hate. What if she did just like my man, like nah, and for my relationship to work with my man. Fuck no, bitches. What if that really is the case? What is fucking wrong with that? The answer is nothing. That's the answer. That's the real answer. Nothing. Nothing is wrong with that. She just don't be wanting to go. I like that she's an introvert. She really like fuck that shit. It's healthy. Healthy is healthy. You need time with your friends. You need time with family. You need, like you need a different perspective than my own, right? Be like, can your man walk and chew fucking gum? I do believe that there are healthy male female relationships. Nope. I believe that with all my heart. But not all people have healthy relationships in mind. Relationship don't just start and end with who you fucking. Healthy relationships is more than just who you're fucking. You gotta have healthy friendship. You gotta have healthy relationships with your family. You gotta have just healthy relationships all around, not just who you fucking. So I prefer a motherfucker have. I needed to have at least one healthy relationship. Like I'm a house body. I work, come home, exercise, and game. I ain't exercised in 2 days and I feel fat. Not that I'm fat. But that's my lifestyle. I prefer that to be my lifestyle. Now, like I said, I only talk to one other person outside my woman, really as like friends on a friendship shit where I'm just completely open. I only talk to one other person. She happened to be a lesbian. So I need healthy relationships. You need a healthy relationship. If I didn't have any healthy relationships, how the fuck can I tell my woman about what I feel is a healthy fucking relationship? You ain't got no healthy relationship, which put me as her bitch from now on. I'm my woman's bitch. Because she's the only, if she has healthy relationships, she has to walk me and guide me through healthy relationships. Like I said, some people you just don't need around you. Motherfucker, you like, I got this problem. You know, X, Y, Z is my problem. And the motherfucker like, the answer is to cheat. You might not need that person as a fucking friend. Here's the answer, just cheat. I don't think you need that person as a friend. I feel like shit, cheat. Cheat. Fuck type of friend is that? Cheat. Like nothing about that cool. You know? Like my woman. I don't introduce my woman to a lot of my friends. Might meet my friends once or twice. But my woman don't hang with my friends. I try not to hang around my friend's woman. No, I can't stand that shit sometimes. Like, nigga, why is your girl always around, bro? Like, cause it's my woman. I get that. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to be around your woman, but nigga, there ain't nothing but guys here. No, it ain't not. It ain't like don't like your woman. She could probably be cool as shit, but there lies in the There is that's the problem. Don't introduce the temptation to your household. Me and my homies, we hang together because at some level, I view us all as equals. We're all the Avengers. I never look at my friends as lower than me. We're the Avengers. We're the Justice League, which means we're all capable of carrying solo movies by ourselves. And because we're all capable of carrying solo movies by ourselves, nigga, motherfuckers gonna pick, choose, and refuse. Why would you put your significant other and a person to be like, no, yeah, my spouse is cool and all, or my significant other is cool and all, but I feel like I got so much more in common with this person because we're all a version of each other. You might be the bad boy version of me. You might be the smart version of me. You might be the confident version of me. And that's just to be even putting ourselves in a positive light. Because sometimes people, might be a stronger negative version of you. But at some point, we're all a version of each other. You could fuck your bitch. Not saying my woman is a hoe, but it's like, shit, if I could fuck my bitch, you could fuck my bitch. Because you're a version of me. So why would I have a me that I know she gonna fuck I know she gonna fuck me because she fucking me. Why would I have more me's around her? Maybe once, we might do a double date, or we might all do a group outing every blue moon. But to be like a motherfucker on a first name basis, I don't even want a motherfucker on the first name basis. I barely want y'all to recognize her car when she pull up. Especially if we hanging on the block or something. Be like, oh, that's Brandon girl. I don't want you to be like, oh. Be like, damn, who's that? Oh, who the fuck is that in that car? I want y'all almost damn near ready to light that bitch up. The fuck is that motherfucker sitting in the car, pulling up and shit? Like, oh, that's that car that be getting branded. I ain't never seen that bitch. I wonder what she look like when she get out. You know? Why would I introduce you to different versions of me when I know you gonna fuck me? Just don't make sense. Nah, I try not to hang around my homies when the girls around. That's why motherfucker be like, I'm with my girl. Oh, I get it. Alright, bro. Holla at you. No, I don't even care to meet new people. If motherfuckers didn't come, hey, I'm XYZ. I probably wouldn't even have some friends. All my friendships end because of bitches. So the bitch wanted to pick, choose, and refuse. Sometimes I'm a weak man. No, sometimes they're weak men. I ain't want to, but that bitch was offering the pussy. My last friendships with my two best friends ended because of bitches. No. One woman I was in love with had my heart. My homie got knocked up. My other best friend, this bitch wanted to fuck. I didn't fuck her though, but I did take it too far. Those secret messages and shit. I ain't fuck that bitch though. Hold myself a little higher than that. But to say I didn't contemplate, I'll be a fucking liar. But, like, like, nigga, we alike. You know? You the cocky version of me. And you the cooler version of me, I guess. Ain't necessarily more gangster. I'm gonna say cooler. As far as like image wise, the tattoos and all this shit, rap and shit. Oh, it's really cool. So cool. You know? But I'm the more put together version of y'all. More intellectual. I'm cool. I'm handsome. You know? And I'm emotionally available. Just a little bit more well rounded. So it's like, yeah, the bitches got options to pick, choose, and refuse, nigga. It's like we all came across a bitch or a group of bitches, been like, damn, got the wrong friend. Should have fucked that bitch. Oh, got a friend group. I got the retarded bitch. Just to be like, we all want to believe we're the best option out of the friend group. But that's not always the case. It's just not always the case. So just be real. Don't, your friends are your friends for a reason. Don't say, don't think that you're better than your friend. Just remember y'all all kind of cut from the same fucking cloth. Some people think they're better than their friend. Never think I'm better than my friends. That's the reason you my friends, nigga. It's like it's all being cut from the same cloth. Like, damn, I got the retarded friend. This bitch can't walk and chew gum. I should have waited to meet the whole group. Should have ran a 2-man. At least we found another one. But some people will never see it like that. But you gotta be real with yourself, people. Got to be real with yourself. Said, man, I don't keep a lot of friends. But let's go back to the original topic. Let's go back and listen to what the lady was saying. Because, we just touched on a lot. Let's get back to what the lady was saying to keep us focused. Oh, you can't go back. I lost
You
it. No, motherfuckers be out here drunk. Don't be out here drunk. Stay sober, my friends. Be out here drunk as hell. Uh, the topic. Something about relationships. What was the topic? Uh, I forgot, but we touched on it. I did. I gave my response to that topic. Listen to the topic, and I gave my response on what I said about it, and where I stood. To say I didn't fully answer that question before I started venturing off would be false. What time I got to be at work? 2 o'clock. Uh, yeah, it would be false to say I didn't touch on the topic of what it is. Um, but again, it just goes into the basics of relationship shit. Uh, values, shit like this. Oh, what? Oh, I don't even remember where I fucking saw it. It's on one of my social medias. Or it's how to go through my activity and find it again. It's one of them, and I got 2 minutes. Uh, but you gotta be open and be honest. Oh, the value of men and women and dating. How the dating scene has changed. And I'm like, yes, the dating scene has changed. The dating scene changed for both people, both parties, technically. But the dating scene has changed for women on the grounds that you bitches make more money. Excuse my language, ladies. Again, it's colorful language. You ladies make more money. Not more. It's not a more money than men thing. It's not a men versus women thing. Before that goes there. It's a it's not a woman versus men thing. Don't get it twisted, ladies. It's not women versus men. It's not men versus women. You make more money on the grounds of you work now. You literally make more money than you as a group of people, women as a group of people made, compared to your mothers and your grandmothers. So yes, relationship and dating for you is not the same as it was 50, 60 years ago. As people, we have evolved. This is why they're talking about an awakening, being woke to understand that a lot of the issues that we face in relationships are issues that our parents faced. And the projection of that time that they put on us. Your mother taught you how to be a better woman than she was. Your father taught you how to be a better man than he was, in absence or not. Because, I'm not finna go into that, all of that. But as men, we teach men as a group how to be better men. As women, they taught women how to be better women. So, the battles they faced, even though we prepared ourselves to know what to look out for so we don't have to make the same mistakes, new mistakes are made in which we try to teach the next generation or two not to make. But we're not fighting their same struggle. We're fighting our struggles now as those that when you know better, you do better. If you do better, then there's other problems to solve. So no, dating is not the same for any fucking body. You have more money. Women have more money. They're not dating for a man to take care of them. Women used to date for a man to take care of them. To be a housewife. Which means they had to shut the fuck up a lot more. They had to shut the fuck up and stay hot a lot longer. Because they needed a man to pick them as a bride. They needed a man to house them, to clothe them, to feed them. That's why women used to stay hotter longer. Because they needed the body to catch a man. They don't have to date like that anymore because they don't need a man to take care of them. They don't need a man to give them money. They don't need a man for them to live comfortably. Which led to a generation of women, I don't need a man for shit. Which led to a generation of a lot of lonely women. Because words are weapons. You create the spell on yourself that creates the enchantment of disillusionment, which is you don't need a man. If you don't need a man, how can you ever have a positive relationship? Because you don't need a man. As long as you believe you don't need a man, you'll never have a positive relationship. Because you don't need a man. You'll never have a man. You'll never have a woman. As long as bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, that's the only bitches you gonna run into. That's all you gonna run into. Bitches and hoes. And tricks. Because that's all you view women as. You put the illusion that all women ain't shit in front of your face every day. Because that's all you see. So because that's all you see, that becomes your reality. As long as you see that you don't need a man, that will be your reality. That's why men deal with the emotionally unstable, the crazy, the delusion, all of that shit, the gimme bitches, the bitches that just want to give me. Because a long time ago, men realized they need women. We need women, if not only for pussy. We need women. Women is a necessity. Because sex is a necessity of life. Not just to bust a nut, but to even keep life going. It's a necessity. Women are a necessity to men. This is why we have more success dating. Or when I say success, at least we get women. You bitches don't know how to get men yet. Excuse my language again, ladies. Because you don't need a man. You're the equivalent of a man that says bitches ain't shit. All bitches are alike. Like maybe the bitches you date, because that's all they see. As long as you see that you don't need a man, you will never find a man. You will never have a successful relationship. Not just with men you fucking, but the men in your life. Because they have no value to you. Men have no value to you. So even the men in your life, from your, if you have kids, from your son to your dad to your brothers, you don't need a man. Like, I ain't got the best relationship with my dad. I don't got the best relationship with my brothers. Because you don't need a man. All your relationships with men will deteriorate. Because you don't need one. And you put yourself in this mentality that you don't need one. Because words are weapons, and that becomes your reality. Every man that's like bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks always end up in relationship with bitches that ain't shit. That fuck on they mans. Because bitches ain't shit. These the only bitches you gonna come across. Ain't shit bitches. Because that's all you see. As long as that's all you see, that's all you will know. It's like believing in God, believing in better. You'll never see God if you don't believe in God. As long as you like ain't no God, you're gonna see places where there is no God. As long as I believe women ain't shit, all I'm ever gonna see is women that ain't shit. Because that's your reality. That's the reality you choose to live in. Just like some people refuse to be like, no, not to see the good in people. I refuse to not see the good in humanity. Even though humanity do some fucked up shit. But we have to understand why the conversation. And again, we're not dating the same. We're not in the same world that we were prepared for. Because we were raised and prepared for that. Because we were prepared for that, for the most part, we avoid those mistakes. We allow everybody to be equal in the household for the most part. Women are equal in the household to men. Men are equal in the household to women. It's some men that are stay-at-home fathers. The women go out and make the money, roles reverse. It's still stay-at-home women. Stay-at-home fathers and stay-at-home women or mothers have the same may have the same complaints jointly. It don't mean they belong together because they prefer to be stay at home. But together, they create a voice for that aspect of the house, the homemaker aspect of the house. When a motherfucker like the kids are unruly, we need more money, XYZ, together, if they're preaching the same thing together, it's a legit problem. Because it don't matter on gender. This is just how the person in that role views how the shit is fucking up. That's their role, though. This is their role to play. And because this is their role to play and they play their role, they have a voice as to what the fuck's going on from that perspective. Just like women and men that take care of all the bills, all the shit. They do all the work, right? Women and men, because women work. Some women want them a trophy husband, and he ain't gotta work because that's just how she want to live her life. Boss bitch with a bad guy. When I say bad, we talking bad, not in shoot 'em up bad, but he might not be too smart, but at least he's hot. Because some women want to live their life like that. It's not a masculine thing, it's a lifestyle thing. So, that's what they do. And if those people that's like, I want to be the breadwinner, I want to call the shots, I want me a hot trophy wife or husband, are all saying the same thing about the household as a unified voice, it may be a problem. Now, there's some people that want a competent partner. I don't want to take care of nobody. I do want to be happy, lasting relationship. Again, it has nothing to do with gender or sexuality. Because this not just, men and women. We just talk about relationships in the household altogether. Now, if they're like, I got me a competent partner, they work with me, we taking care of the bills together, we taking care of the kids together, we taking care of all the responsibilities together. But here's our problems we're still facing. As a household, then it might be a legit problem with the way that society is running. Or, from that perspective. Now, when all groups, trophy husband, trophy wife, the one that's out there running for the trophies, and the households that bring it all together all have the same points, that's what we fix in society. When they all saying the same shit, that's what we fix in society, so that the next generation or the next batch, this is what you look out for, this is how you avoid it, so they could solve that problem and look towards a new problem, a new day. But to sit here and pretend that, the shit don't happen, it's fucking drunk. But everybody ain't me. Y'all remember that shit. But that's why dating has changed. Motherfucker, the generation before us set all this shit in motion. They are the slaves. And we are the first generation of free slaves. This goes, again, it's not a race, a gender, sexuality thing. They slaved away at this problem to fix this problem and build. And they don't reap the benefits of that hard work. For the most part, some do when they actually put together the work. When they actually get it together, they do more than complain. They work. Some put it together and get to reap their rewards versus the societal gains and benefits of working it out. No, those that slaved to build this country, to get this country started and running. Blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics, everybody worked together. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. To get America started. Never ever really got to reap the rewards of it. Because they didn't live long enough to see it all come together societally, as a society. Because when they died, it was still building. And it's the same thing with those relationships, relationship issues that are the previous generations, our grandmothers and our grandmothers and grandfathers and mothers and fathers, that they work towards. We reap the benefits of what they work toward. As a society, which is why women are in the workplace. They make more money. Yes, you make more money. Congratulations. You know? Now, what next? Where do we go from here? We got to bring it together. Got to bring it together. Right? What was the next step? Did you even think that far ahead? Did they think that far ahead? Right? Before we say it's our fault. They probably didn't think that through. But you need to run the tests. You need to run the experiments in order to see what arises. Then you run it over and over again to see if those are the same issues or if it's just an isolated incident. Get what I'm saying? Because what if they're like, you know what? We run the test. We've ran the test. And women making money just don't work for society. What then? Like, ever since women started making money, having a voice, society been the shit. What then? Like, look, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Would you be like, fuck that shit? How many women like, I'm tired of this shit. This shit ghetto. Then get up and go to work every day. No, we all complaining about the same shit for most part. When I say complaining about the same shit, we all complaining. We not making enough money. Like, well, yeah, you know, there was only so much resources to go around to begin with. Now that we got to split the resources with the ladies, which we were doing anyway. It's not like more resources magically fucking appeared. Motherfucker, we just, resources have to go be splitted this way now versus this way. Number of households double. Why did the number of households double? Off back they double because men and women don't have to live in the same household now. Before they had to live in the same household. Now he get a house and she get a house. It doubled. Not y'all get a house. He get a house, she get a house. Number of households double. Housing market. The housing market has a problem. Not enough space. Motherfuckers gonna have to combine to create the space for more housing. Houses have to combine. That's why at one point real estate was booming. But that's because more women were buying houses and places and renting places. But now all y'all got a house now. Things become stagnant. Everybody got a place. His and hers. Everybody got a place. Now it's stagnant. The housing market became stagnant. This is the evolution of dating. This is what we, right now, our generation, have to face, and we have to figure out how to fix. It's just simple math. You divide 2. You divide 1 by 2. What do you get? 0.5. That 0.5 now becomes 1 because that 0.5 represents 1 woman and 1 man. 2 separate households. One household divided by 2. Now this half needs a house and this half needs a house. One household ain't gonna work for 2 people that's divided. Only when that 0.5 and that 0.5 become 1 whole do 1 household work. It's just simple math. But it came with people wanting their own. No. Now domestic violence on the women's end has went up. Something about working so much hours just it results to violence. I ain't making this shit up. That's the study we need to study. Because now women going around killing their husbands and shit. All this shit. Women are killing their husbands at an alarming rate. At least men just used to smack y'all up a little bit. We ain't never kill y'all. Women are killing their husbands at an alarming rate. If you ask me, like, how? You making money now. You can afford your own. What you so angry about? Tired of working all these hours and this man ain't shit. I come home, house ain't clean, dishes in the sink. No, the baby need my attention. Like, bitch, this is what men been complaining about because this is just the way that it is. Work a bunch of hours, you come home, dishes in the sink, baby need my attention. Bitch, you crying about the same thing I, figuratively as a man, was crying about 50 years ago. 50 years later. Crying about the same thing I, as a man, was crying about. But no, it wasn't me. I was tripping. When I came home, the dishes on the table. When I came, not dishes in the sink. House a mess. Now women coming home crying about the same fucking shit. You been home all day. You couldn't take out the trash. You couldn't clean up. You couldn't do. Oh, bitch, when I was saying the shit, I was tripping. Saying the shit 50 years ago. You done got out of shape. You don't even exercise. You don't even play basketball no more. Hands up. Like I said, ain't none of this shit men versus women for me. This is about the discussion of life. He used to complain about the same shit. Now women join in on the complaint because they in the workforce. I worked all day. You were off today. And, you know, and that's if you don't have a stay-at-home husband. You were off today. While I come home, all these bitches in my house putting on makeup. It's the equivalent of you coming home and all the guys, all the fellas in your house playing PlayStation. Gambling on the game of 2K. Baby, we selling Avon. To who? How y'all buying all this makeup selling it to yourselves? Who? To who? It's the same shit. Women are equivalent of video games is makeup. You start playing with makeup drawn on your face as a kid. Something that stick with you. But would you rather her or him stay at home playing PlayStation with the homies, or you come home and the plumber's fixing a leaky faucet y'all ain't had? Oh, baby, she was just doing my hair. Nigga, you bald. Like, what the fuck was the mailman doing in there? I was just dropping off a package. I see no package. Where the fuck is the mail? Like, how the fuck the milkman dropping off milk and you talking about pick up some milk on the way home? It don't make sense. That's why he left for milk and never came back. He watched the milkman come out his house when he's supposed to be picking up milk. Fuck the milkman leaving out the house and there ain't no milk in the house. So would you rather come home to her and the ladies sitting around the table drinking mimosas, putting on makeup on each other? Or would you rather come home to the milkman leaving and there ain't no milk in the damn house? Not saying the person shouldn't carry their weight around the house. I'm just saying, I'll deal with a few dishes in the sink and and her friends there, or, she been asleep all day, versus me coming home and the milkman leaving, the mailman leaving. There ain't no milk and no mail in the fucking house. Would you rather him come home to him playing PlayStation and didn't do nothing all day? Or him, or you come home and his hairstylist leave and the nigga bald. Who's that? That was the maid. She was just cleaning up. The bitch ain't do the dishes. Still fucking garbage in there. Ain't shit been vacuumed. Look at how dusty this shit is. But y'all got a maid. It's like having a babysitter with no baby. That scary movie. I think he's having an affair with the babysitter, which would explain why he keeps her around and we don't have kids. So y'all got to remember, what are the struggles we're facing today as a couple, men and women, versus fighting the battles of our parents, our grandparents. A lot of women and men still fighting the battles of their parents and grandparents and don't realize it. Like, that ain't your problem. No, that was your grandma problem. That was your grandpa problem. That was your mama problem. That was your dad problem. We ain't got those problems. You fighting your parents' relationship problem. You're not fighting our problems, boo. But until people realize that, like, you know, that's why we still waiting on the mass awakening. What are the real issues? So you realize it, shit, we fighting a battle that ain't even ours. It's not our battle to be fighting. So are you fighting a good fight? Or are you fighting somebody else's fight? Women ain't shit. No, I don't know. It's not necessarily a false argument at times. As a mass, are we right? As men, are we right? As women, are you right? Not just, you know, from what you heard, but from what you experienced. As long as you believe that women ain't shit, that's all you ever gonna see because that's your state of mind. You'll never see a woman as valuable. As long as you say men ain't shit, you'll never find a valuable man. Because that's all you see, that's all you know. That's the reality you live in. Don't make it true. That's the reality you live in. Make sure your reality is a good one. Don't put that negativity on yourself. Remember, everybody, GG, good game, Gab Games. GabGames.com. Talk about it.